Maritime rights overview. The Alaska fishermen found commercial fishermen work is the most dangerous job in the country. Statistics show that more injuries and fatalities occur in the line of the work than any other. Conditions are naturally hazardous and commercial fishermen and combined with the long hours, lack of sleep and physically demanding nature of the work, it is not wonder that this the restricts career. If you are a commercial fisherman and you are injured on the job, you have several ways to get compensation, including federal maritime laws that give you the right to sue for damage when your employer refuses to pay. Because the job is so dangerous and more people work in this industry in Alaska than anywhere else, the state has a special fund in addition to the federal laws that provides compensation and injured or killed fishermen and their families. What is the Alaska Fishermen's Fund? Statistics collected by the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics show that the vast majority of injuries and fatalities in the commercial fishing business occur in Alaska. The Fishermen's Fund for Alaska was started in 1951 to ensure the funds comes from the revenue generated by commercial fishermen's license and permit fees collected by the state from both residents and non-resident. How to qualify for benefits? The main requirement from qualifying for compensation through the fund is a commercial fishing license. A fisherman injured and making a claim through the fund must have had a license before the accident occurred or must have been working on a limited entry permit. The date of the limited entry permit is measured by when it was embossed, not when the fee was paid. There are other qualifications as well, including the requirement that the accident that caused the injury occurred on Alaskan water or onshore in the state. The treatment for the injury must have begun within 16 days of the incident, and the application for making a claim must be submitted within 1 year of the entire medical treatment, not of the accident. Medical care must be documented and the documentation submitted and the application. Filing a claim: if you are a licensed Alaskan commercial fisherman and have been injured on the job, you can submit an application or file a claim and to receive benefits through the Alaska Fishermen's Funds. The first things you need to do ensure your claim will be valid are to report your injury and to get document medical treatment for it. There are official forms that must be completed by the medical caregiver treating you. The fisherman's report of injury or illness and the physician's reports in injury of illness. Both you and the physician must complete it and submit these forms within 1 year of the medical treatment you received for your injury. When you submitted the form, you must also include the following: a copy of your commercial fishing license and limited entry permit, information about your health insurance and your employer's protection and indemnity, deductible, a detailed description of your injury and illness and how is it related to commercial fishing information about where the injury occurred, a payment and permanent mailing address, as you can be denied benefits if you do not receive and reply to inquiries. Qualifications for coverage: to be covered under this fund Your injury or illness must be directly connected with operations as a commercial fisherman. The fund may deny your claim if it is determined that your injury was not directly related to your work. Examples of illness and injuries typically covered includes hernias, arthritis and varicose veins in the legs, musculoskeletal injuries, bronchitis and pneumonia. Heart attacks are often included and the total allowance for each occurrence is $10,000. There are many conditions to cover by the fund and these include the common cold or flu, Alzheimer's, cancer, ulcer, strep throat, incest, bites, greater smoking related condition caused by drug or alcohol use, cracked teeth and chronic condition aggravated by job duties, but not caused by commercial functioning may not be covered. Expenses covered include cost for medical treatment, physical therapy, prescription, medication, hospital stays, chiropractic care and transportation to and from medical treatments and doctor visits. Benefits for one person and one injury do not extend beyond a year after the injuries and will not exist $10,000 unless there are compelling reasons to extend compensation. If your claim is denied, an administrator of the Alaska fishermen must approve his claim for a fisherman to receive benefits. If you get a result that says the administrator cannot approve your claim, it may just mean that the administrator needs more information. It does not necessarily mean that you have been denied benefits. When this happens, further review is needed and a final decision is made by the Fishermen's Fund Advisory and Appeals Council and their next meeting. It can take up for weeks and receive a decision from the council. Within 15 days of a decision that denies you benefits, you may submit a petition of recognition. You may also appeal the decision, which must be done within 13 days of receiving the official notice and denial of benefits. Each of these requests must be submitted in writing and signed by the fisherman making the claim. It must go to the office of the commissioners of the Department of Labor and Workforce within the prescribed time period or the decision will be made final.